Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be attempting to make a song without hearing it. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'm going to be making music today with no speakers, no sound, no nothing. I actually already did this challenge like 2 or 3 years ago or so, and it came out pretty good, and it was a lot of fun to make, so I figured we'd bring it back today. I've really been enjoying making these challenge videos, so yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, what am I getting myself into today? So here we are in FL Studio, turning my volume all the way off, and then for safety measures, it's muted as well. So yeah, you guys are about to hear every single thing I'm about to do, and I'm not going to be able to hear until the very end. This is going to get interesting. So I'm thinking today we make progressive house. That's sort of my bread and butter. All right, so I don't think it's a bad bet to get some standard sounds in there. So here's a piano. I can't hear at all what's going on, but obviously it's just a standard piano. So that's good. We'll definitely use that. I guess I should try to make a melody first. Yeah, sure. We'll go with C minor. And we're going to try to make a chord progression. Do I go with the most simple chord progression of all time? I guess? Wait, it's dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think this is it. I could do that, but that's a little too boring. So to spice it up just a little bit, I'll start with the G sharp first. Yeah, it goes up and then back down. We'll just do like basic triads, I guess. Maybe we'll invert them like so. We'll move this here, this here, this here, and this here. We could do this too to make it a little extra spicy. And then we'll add the G back here. Yeah, that way it's just D sharp for the first and then it goes back down to D. I think that'll hit hard. All right. Hopefully that sounds good because those are going to be my chords. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is actually chop them to be that progressive house rhythm, the bum, bum, bum. So let me go ahead and chop these up quick. Okay, so now with the rhythm, it sounds like this. Oh my God. This is so stressful. I rely so heavily on listening, obviously, as anyone does when they make music. So this is kind of stressful, not being able to hear what I'm doing. Alrighty, so now we got our piano. Hopefully it doesn't sound horrible. The next thing that we should get in this drop is going to be like a super saw chord type deal. Alright, so if I can't use my ears, I'm going to use my eyes. I'm going to rely heavily on this little frequency graph up here. This is going to help me figure out what kind of sound this is. So this looks like a pluck. You can tell by how fast that top is going away. So that's not what we want here. Let's keep looking. Okay. Just by looking at this looks like it could be a super saw. The name is called Chameleon Saw 2. So we're going to go with this one. All right, so next up, I want to get like an angelic pad or something of the sort. So we're going to go to Omnisphere for that. We'll go to pads and strings. And honestly, we're going to just have to pick a preset that sounds enticing. Holy of Holies pad. Okay. How does this look? Okay, I like the way that looks. We are gonna use not the rhythmic version of the chords though. We're gonna use the sustained version. Is that too low? That might be too low. That's the other thing that's gonna be hard, is judging like what octave the synth lies on, because you can have a good sound, but if you play it too low or too high, it doesn't sound very good. So hopefully that looks like it could be in the right register. Maybe a little high, but I think for a pad, I would rather be a little high than a little low. I think I want to get one more set of chords in here, like another synth or something. So this sound is called Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, and they all have 16 polyphony, which means that I can play chords. Let's go with 3. See, I can tell just by the way it looks up top that these are going to be far too choppy, so we're going to have to boost the release, and yeah, it has a super tight release. So we'll copy this over to the B section. Okay. Now, hold up. I kind of want to take back what I said before. Before, I was like, oh, it's a little stressful and like not hearing anything. But in a way, it's less stressful because I feel like I'm just completely oblivious right now. That saying ignorance is bliss is in full effect right now because I have no idea what's going on. All right, honestly, I think it's time to get some lead sounds in. I can't be dodging any longer. The saw in it, I'm keeping as a layer because I know how that sounds. Who doesn't know what that sounds like? And then we're going to go for a pluck sound. I'm literally just going by the names. Axes. This doesn't look good. This looks wild. Plur? Okay, I guess we'll go with this one. Okay, hopefully plur doesn't sound too bad. All right, we might as well just stay in Nexus at this point. I don't even know what's going on. Honestly, let's layer a mallet. Why not? Glass harmonium. Sure. Sure, why not? Let's try to get some actual, like, big lead sounds in here. So Sure. We'll do bounce lead too. I think we should do progressive strings. I'm trying to make progressive, so that'll work. All right, we're going to go to silent. We're going to do one more lead here. So based off of experience, I know that I'm going to need a lead sound that's predominantly in the mid-range. We're going to just have to rely on my little graph up here. I could always just EQ it. Oh. Yeah, you can see here. Looks like a little mountain, kind of. I think this is what we're going to need. So here's my lead stack. Oh, God. I don't even like the way that looks. Let's get this into a mixer. I want to go ahead and cut off some of the low end because it looks hideous. Looks like it's probably a little muddy too, so I'll cut out here. And then maybe just take out a little bit like here. We'll throw on OTT. We'll do it light, maybe like, we'll keep it like relatively light, maybe like 15% or so. And then we'll do Camel Crusher on the British Clean preset. And then we'll do like some reverb. I'm also going to throw on a delay as well. We'll do the classic ping pong. All right, so I guess now we got our lead. I want to go ahead and make the melody now. I don't hate this idea. If we start on the D sharp, we go to G sharp, come down to G here. Bum, 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 bum. And then we can go to F. Or no, we'll go down to C. We'll go down to C. In my head, I'm hearing like a dun. What if we stay on D sharp then? Dun, dun. Yeah, I think maybe we'll stay on D sharp here. Go to A sharp there. And then here we'll go C, D. That way it's C, D, D sharp. All right, I think on paper it sounds like it could work, but okay, so here are my leads in the mix with everything. Although I didn't even bounce it. I know that sounds horrible. So I definitely want to lower these super saws. Piano will lower, pad will lower. All right, that's got to be decent, right? Hopefully. Let's try to get some bass sounds in there now. So we're going to need a sub and then maybe like 2 aggro basses. I think I'm going to use this one as layer. That looks like it could be a good mid aggro bass. I'll make sure to boost it too, just to really make sure that we're emphasizing that mid range. We're going to take out some mud as well here. So this is going to be our mid bass, which we're going to distort as well. Let's go ahead and get a sub bass in as well. Okay, so this sound here is called sub. Just by looking at it, looks to be a sub bass. Again, the hard part is going to be figuring out what octave to put it on, but definitely not that. Definitely not here. Okay. Yeah, you could tell like down here, you can see up top, it looks like it's like wobbling. It's like struggling. And that's what it sounds like when a bass is being played too low. This looks better to me, so I think that's good. I'm pretty confident that's good. Maybe we'll get one more mid bass in there. We'll go to Serum for that. Actually, instead of a mid bass, we're going to do my favorite Ryos bass, which I know what it sounds like, but I think this will add a nice element to this drop here. We're going to play it high up as well. All right, so for the main sounds, I think I'm done. Here's where I'm at so far. Oh man, I hope that sounds good. I really do. The last thing that I'm going to add is a drone of some sort. So what sound should we do? This one's called Blue Dragons. I kind of just want to use this sound just because it's such a cool name. All right, so now that we have a foundation, if you want to even call it that, we're going to go ahead and get some drum sounds in. We'll do the Boundaries kick, and then we'll also add in the Hey Child ride. I know these are nice and noisy, good for progressive house. I'm going to go ahead and go into another pack right now. I don't want to use all the same sounds I normally do. I feel like that'll be kind of boring. And you know what? Maybe I'll make a new discovery. Hopefully I'll pick a sound that maybe will be good. This clap looks like it has a nice sustain, so maybe this could make for a cool on-beat clap. I don't like how harsh this transient is though for this clap, so we'll probably sidechain it or something. We could also do some like percussion as well. Okay, yeah, so for the percussion, we'll follow a rhythm kind of like this. It's sort of accentuating different parts of the lead. And then what else? We have a kick, we have a clap, we have rides, cymbals, you know, percussion. I guess we'll get some like white noise in there. Here we go, noise downlifter. Yeah, it looks pretty standard. The rides I'm going to lower a bunch. The claps I'm going to lower a bunch. All right, so we got some white noise in there. What about like an impact or something? Sure. We'll go with this one. I like the way that looks. We'll lower this a bunch too. I think what we could do that might sound good is like pitch down the bass at the end of the second bar and the fourth bar. You know what? I was just looking at this mid bass. It looks like it's playing far too low, honestly. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, good catch. Probably sounded really, really bad. Extra bad. We got our bass pitching down now. Damn, I didn't even add sidechain to the synths. Oh, I feel bad for you guys. My bad. That's on me. Probably sounded way messier. It's gonna sound cleaner now. Okay, hopefully that sounds better now that everything is moving and grooving. All right, so for the chords, I think I'm gonna just throw OTT on it and call it a day. Take off some of the high end just because we have some super saws in there. We have our bass, we have our synths, we have our drums, we have our effects. I'm not feeling confident in this at all, I'm not gonna lie. For the break, we'll have like these lead sounds coming in. So for the leads, we'll turn off the sidechain, and then we're gonna add a filter and then open it up for this build up. Okay. The piano we'll put in the break as well. And also, I just realized we didn't add anything to the piano, which is no bueno. We're gonna add origin to the piano to give it some instant vibe. We'll do CLA guitars, because this just makes things brighter, punchier, all of the above. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll have some like festival claps going in this build here. Yeah, I like the idea of festival claps. Obviously, we're also gonna need a build snare of some sort. Trying to judge by the length of these. This looks like it's nice and modest. So we'll go ahead, we'll make a super basic rhythm. And then in classic EDM fashion, we'll just make it get shorter and shorter. I said we get a trap snare in there as well. And then we could just have it going side to side. Okay, the first snare looks a little weak, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some Camel Crusher to it. Just to make it a little bit more poppin'. And then I'm also gonna pitch up these snares. We'll do it like here, I say. Yeah, why not? All right, so we got some claps, we got some snares, typical build-up stuff. Let's get some effects going. There's not even a riser that's in C. Nice. I was gonna say we'll just get one that's in C. This one's in B. So we'll just take this one and we'll pitch it up one, and this will be our riser. It's our best bet. It's our best bet, folks. We're also gonna need like an endless smile or something and like filtering for this build. This is gonna give it that drowned out effect. And then we don't want a ton of bass here. We do need that big snare right before the drop. Holy, this just looks like a brick wall. Oh my God, I kind of want to use it. We're gonna use this one. Hey, it might sound good. It might sound good. And then I guess we should try to make some break stuff. So we'll go to Spire. We're gonna go to Spire for some nice plucks. Silver Stone. That's a sick name. I don't even have to play it. I know it sounds good. Oh yeah, that's a vibey pluck for sure. For sure. Throwing Origin on there. Gonna also throw on Valhalla Delay. Give this thing some space. We're gonna also throw on Supermassive. Why not? And then we'll do OTT. All right, so we got our pluck in there. We need a bed for that pluck to lay on. So we'll probably go for Spire again. We'll check some pads here. I like the way this sounds. Neon strings. That sounds interesting. So because it's a pad, we're gonna use the simple rhythm from earlier. And I just realized this. Oh no. I didn't adjust the length of the notes for the sustained version of the chords. But anyway, yeah, now it should sound a little bit better, a little bit more in sync now. All right, so where were we? We were focusing on the break pad. It does look really bright though, so here's what we'll do. We're gonna have a filter on it, and we'll just have it like slowly opening up into the build. So something along these lines here. Okay, distant voices, echoes of otherworldly vocals dissolve into vast and never-ending drones. Sign me up. We're gonna go with skeptical because I am skeptical. So we're in C minor, and we're gonna choose. Sure, I like the way this looks. All right, so here's our skeptical Atmos. I didn't even spell that right. Wait, did I? No, that looks horrible. Stay in school, kids. I want to get some analog chords in there. So we're gonna go to Analog Lab for that, and I reckon we get a really simple chord patch in. I think the opening preset is like Rhodes keys or something. Yeah, it's like an E piano. We have to lower the strings, lower the Atmos, Lower the chords. We also need a bass for this break, and we're going to go back to Spire because they just have fire names for some reason. Kung Fu. I'm pretty sure I've used this before. Okay, now I think the safe bet for this build-up is to actually not have the piano playing, and then to have the Kung Fu bass just sustain all the way through. Let's get another riser in there. I don't like my chances with this just one riser. I'm going to take one of these complex ones and then just reverse it. Okay, so we just did some rough bouncing. Hopefully that sounds good. So what? We got our break here into a drop. We'll have the Skeptical Atmos playing here as well. All right, so I think that's going to do it for me because I have no idea what else to add, and I'm so eager to hear how this sounds. So unmuting it, turning up the volume. Oh my God, please don't sound horrible. Please let my ears be intact after this. Okay. No way. Oh wait, guys, hold up. It's really bad, but it's also not that bad actually. All right, so that's hysterical. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna review some of the sounds and try to make some quick adjustments to make this thing sound better. Starting off with these analog chords, the first thing I notice is that they're playing way too high. I want to bring them down, and then also they're lacking a little bit of like ambient space, something like that. So I'll give them some vintage verb. Cool. The Skeptical Atmos is actually sick. That's really dope. The neon strings are pretty cool. All right, now let's talk about these snares. What the hell is going on here? What is this? I thought that was gonna be like a ginormous, big, like dubstep snare. This drop desperately needs some mixing. Let's figure out what's going on here. Dude, the leads aren't bad. I think I'd add like a Pultec to this just to get some brightness out of it. Okay, let's listen to the chords. We're going to take off some of the lows here. Cool sound, though. Piano. The super saws. Yo, not bad. What the hell? The pianos were actually going to raise an octave. And then what does this Blue Dragon sound like? That's not horrible. Needs to be higher. Yeah, this is kind of cool. We'll leave that. Let's go with the basses. Damn, this mid bass stinks. It's not a bad layer. It's just not as aggressive as I wanted it to be. We can go ahead and add like a lot of distortion to this. See if we can get away with that. The percussion's not a bad sound either. What are the claps? Wow, the claps aren't bad either. Yo, I would actually use these sounds. The other gripe I have with this is with the Silverstone pluck. We're going to take off Supermassive. We're going to add, I guess, Vintage Verb. Let's see if we can make Origin work. Yeah, that's cool. And then with the build, which I guess I should have done this, but I didn't. I need to lower the volume, and then I also wanted to make the stereo image get a little bit more narrow as it progresses. We're going to lower the drop volume, or sorry, the build. Hello. And then, yeah, we'll do something like this here. All right, so now after those quick adjustments, let's take a listen to what we got. Alrighty, folks, so not too bad. There's my attempt at making a song without hearing it. Listen, I'm pretty proud of myself. I think it came out pretty decent, if I do say so myself. But I think overall this was a success. I had a lot of fun doing today's challenge, and I hope you guys found it entertaining as well. So that'll about do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. If you guys have any suggestions on things you'd like to see in terms of studio time with Ryos or these challenges, be sure to drop them down below. And also I wanted to mention this channel has super thanks now, so if you're loving the content so much that you want to send me some cash, you can do so in that button below. It's not necessary, but always appreciated. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.